You just see the WNBA's demise. Right now, the league is in complete disarray. Following the expulsion of Caitlin Clark's team, fans are furious and boycotting.
Well, it appears that Caitlin Clark fans have listened. Last night, I received the ratings for the first round of games for the Chase for the Golden Toilet. As expected, darkness is coming. The spotlight is rapidly fading.
Regardless of how you interpret it, the majority of people were uninterested in the WNBA until Caitlin Clark entered the scene 2 years ago.
Years ago, their home attendance was 1,800 fans. Their average this year, home attendance, is 17,000. That's almost 10 times. And, of course, the big difference is Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA will revert to its pre-Caitlin Clark state now that the league's star has left.
A lot of the Indiana Fever fans or Caitlin Clark fans that you speak of are no longer going to watch the WNBA now that the Indiana Fever are.
I mean, it's undeniable. She was the only one who raised awareness of the league. She did her best in spite of being mistreated. And now that she is no longer in the league, fans are once again losing interest in the WNBA. The amount of vitriol Caitlin Clark was receiving was already making fans furious. She was being targeted by opponents outside of the court as well. Additionally, they accused her admirers of being hostile.
And then the moment the ratings tank, they're going to come back and say, see, we were right all along. It's all the racists that follow Caitlin Clark that were watching the product, and now they're gone, and we're back with our diehards. And that's the ratings that you're seeing, actual W fans, not WNBA, actual W fans.
Let me get it right.
That's going to be the argument
the W.
now.
You know what? Congratulations. Fans of Caitlin Clark may decide not to watch the WNBA this year at all. Additionally, the WNBA audience as a whole is what I mean when I refer to Caitlin Clark's fans. However, those who continue to believe that Caitlin Clark's absence won't have an impact on viewing should quit their ignorance and acknowledge the reality. And that's the reality.
Caitlin Clark came in and made such an impact on how many people started to care about the WNBA. This was the highest viewed season in the history of the league. In 28 years, the numbers were stellar.
To be honest, how many of you really didn't start following the WNBA until Caitlin Clark appeared on the scene?
Caitlin Clark drew a whole new fan base into it, and now the question is, because she has been eliminated, she and the Indiana Fever are eliminated after losing 2 games to the Connecticut Sun. What is the rest of the season going to look like, ratings-wise, for the WNBA? Are people still going to care? That is the question on everybody's mind, because when you look at the numbers with Caitlin Clark there.
I don't think that's much of a question.
Now we're seeing comments of people saying, well, it's been real WNBA. I'm going to go back to watching football now. Like, I'll be back when Caitlin plays again, or I'll be back when the Indiana Fever play because now I'm an Indiana Fever fan.
Right now, every fan of Caitlin Clark is saying the same thing. Without her, the WNBA simply isn't the same.
Caitlin Clark has literally carried the sport on her back all summer long. She talks that yang. That's what resonates with Caitlin Clark. It isn't her being white. It isn't her being straight. Her game resonates with people in basketball and across the country because she's got that edge. She plays with a flair. I heard her drop 3 F-bombs in one game sitting right there courtside. Her teammates had to hold her back. She's yelling at the coach. That's what Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, you name it, that's what they do. Clark resonates, but that clicking sound you hear is televisions being turned off. Ain't nobody watching this stuff now. Ain't nobody turning the set on and saying, I gotta watch who?
Records are going to be broken when she's on the court. Have you seen the ridiculous amount of records she broke this season? That's all.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times. She set a single-season record for assists. Period. Single-season rookie record for assists. That makes sense. Single-season rookie record for 3-pointers. Single game record for assists, 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers. Career 10 or more assists in a game. How about that? Franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever. 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years.
We have to speed up the video clip in order to list all of the records she had accumulated. To be honest, what is impressive if that isn't? The data show that the WNBA is already experiencing a significant decline in viewership. More people watch the Indiana Fever playoff game than the next 3 playoff games put together.
Clark and the Indiana Fever had over 1.8 million viewers, and the rest of the games had around 400,000 viewers. If you added them up together, they still wouldn't add up to 1.84.
For most Americans, Sundays are all about football. But Caitlin Clark changed that. A record-breaking 1.8 million people watched her WNBA playoff match despite the NFL games being on.
Afternoon, competing directly with the fourth quarter of the early slate of games in the NFL. Caitlin Clark drew 1.8 million viewers on ABC. It was the most watched playoff game since Game 2 of the 2000 WNBA Finals, and it was the most watched game in the WNBA playoffs on an NFL Sunday.
Now, you would think that everyone in the WNBA community would be ecstatic that the WNBA achieved record-breaking viewership despite having a full schedule of NFL games. But let Cheryl Swoops, Caitlin Clark's biggest detractor, stir things up. Swoops, who has never been readily impressed by the Fever star, made it apparent that she wasn't even thrilled that the people tuned in to watch WNBA rather than NFL, refusing to give credit where credit is due when asked about her thoughts on the WNBA. Playoffs surpassing NFL viewership, she responded as follows in her podcast, Queens of the Court.
I was not excited about the playoffs starting. First of all, it is a football Sunday, and I don't care how much we've grown and people are tuning in and they're watching in the eyes. You're going up against NFL on a Sunday. A Sunday.
Cheryl, the truth is that viewers decided to watch Caitlin Clark on a Sunday despite NFL games being televised. Therefore, you're demeaning not just Caitlin Clark and the WNBA, but also the new fans she attracted to the league.
Not just a delusional fan base who is just delusional, but they're not really tuning in. No, these people are coming in waves to watch one player who has sold out every single arena that she has played in this season.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark for a moment. She simply didn't show up to play in the league. IT was transformed by her. We converse.
About league attendance. The Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,035 at home, 15,000 on the road. Attendance for the entire league up nearly 50% this year, according to data from across the timeline. And Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of, like I said, of 17,035. Merchandise sales are up 450%. I'm going to repeat that. Merchandise sales are up 450% for the WNBA, according to Fanatics.
She so transported the WNBA players from claustrophobic public planes to private jets. Players had to use commercial flights to games before Caitlin Clark attracted so much attention and new fans. But everything changed when she rose to prominence.
The NBA announced they plan to commit $50 million over the next 2 seasons so players can fly on chartered planes. The league faced backlash on social media when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and the team was seen walking through a Dallas airport headed to a commercial flight. I need any females out there who are fans of the WNBA, who are fans of WNBA players, who are critical of Caitlin Clark in any way to stand down, chill out. You need to hug that girl when you see her. You need to embrace her. You need to compete like hell to go up against her, take her down on the basketball court. That's fine, which I believe the Diana Taurasi's and the Asia Wilsons and others of the world will gladly do. But in her very first press conference, she brought up the fact that they had to fly commercial, and the next damn day, $50 million was committed to the players. Who you think has something to do with that? She could have been selfish. She was
All of this was caused by the Caitlin Clark effect. Despite this, she still had to deal with a lot of animosity and jealousy from other players. Their disagreement. Why is Caitlin receiving all the spotlight while we've been working hard in this league for years?
You are making the argument that ladies who helped build the NBA deserved far more shine that they were getting. You have every right to feel that way. What you have to respect, however, is that the paying customer, the audience, didn't feel that way. They did not give a damn about the WNBA. And they really were not feeling the WNBA to the degree that they're feeling the WNBA now, obviously because of Caitlin Clark, who's selling out games and got the Indiana Fever selling out games more than they sell out Pacer games.
Her game speaks for itself. It's not simply the audience and attention she attracted. The Indiana Fever were among the poorest teams in the WNBA until Caitlin Clark turned them into a postseason contender.
Indiana Fever. Remember, Caitlin Clark was drafted first, which means last year they were the worst team in the WNBA. It did not matter because this season they were the most watched team in the league. An average of viewership, 1.1 million viewers each game in the regular season. Other games, listen to this, paled in comparison, drawing just about 394,000 viewers on average per game.
In addition to winning over spectators and admirers, she also won over experts and even great basketball players who became her ardent supporters.
I could watch Caitlin Clark every single night play basketball. I'm that fascinated with her mind, her toughness, obviously her shooting ability. I think she might have cracked my top 5 all time, and that's men or women.
All time?
Yes. I'm going MJ's in that category. Steph Curry is in that category. And Caitlin Clark goes in there, man. And Larry Bird will be the other guy. That's my 5.
Charles Barkley's thoughts on Caitlin Clark are as follows.